Hello, welcome back. After a brief lunch break of some delicious, not really great value chicken nuggets, we are back for the fifth booster box in this case of Wilds of Eldraine. Um, the numbers on the left here are the values of easily capturable inventory that was in each box. Um, the last two have been really disappointing. I still think overall that over a long enough time frame, that this will be a break-even experience. But obviously, when you're starting on a new adventure, you're not really expecting to get rich quick. There's a lot of advertising and seeding of inventory and stuff that's required. Um, I will say though that if you plan on doing card reselling to cover your hobby and stuff, that you will eventually run into an economy of scale problem. By eventually, I mean pretty much immediately, that you have to have funds to get started doing this, because if you can't do anything with any kind of bulk, you're not going to make probably anything or much. Um, so you have to be able to buy bulk penny sleeves, bulk mailers, and bulk cases to make it worthwhile. Put that aside. All right. I'm hoping that this one treats me a little better, because these last two, like I said, have been very disappointing. Just giving them a quick count out of 30 packs. Four, oh, 5. And then, yep, we're at 30 yet again. I don't know. I doubt if I get him from this seller anymore that I'll even bother with counting him, because, like I said, he's has over 1 million sales on eBay. And while I haven't been super thrilled with the value of this case, I think that it's a pretty reputable place to buy them from. As mentioned in the previous video, I will try to source both cheaper boxes and some used inventory. I just was trying to get this store up and running. Really nice hollow, love that. Hopefully this is a good sign. I mean, it's only like a 50-cent bulk rare, but you know, hollow can add a little bit of value to it. It's just really a shame that this is such a hard thing to break into unless you have a collection that you want to sell off, which I did not, which is why I'm doing this. Otherwise, I would just sell what I have to get my TCG store open and running, which would then lead to offsite sales, which is also part of the purpose of this channel. Is like I said, people can see these cards being pulled and handled with the utmost care and respect, so that it goes right into your binder or deck and it is as described. Oh, that's a really cool art. It's a rare for something. Don't know what set that is, because I am pretty new back into the game. This guy was, I think, a $7 card, something like that. I really wanted to keep him for a commander deck, but especially with how low these boxes were, I'm not going to be able to keep like anything out of here. I'm going to have to sell it all, so that's fine. Ooh, that's a new one. Not sure what he's worth, but 3-drop mythics are always a good start. Cards that come out pretty quick tend to impact the game, and people like playing those. So 3 mana, it's a pretty good one. Hopefully we can make up a little lost ground. Excuse me. Oh, that's interesting. Protection from wizards. That's a cool little card. That's like something I'd love to play in either a modern like Primeval Titan Doomgrove deck or a Commander deck. It's a neat card. Probably going to be worth money, so like I said, I'm not going to be able to keep it. I'm not even keeping the stuff that's 50 cents until after we've maybe purchased a collection or opened up a few different sets. Like I said, my plan is to try and just do a couple of unboxings to catch up and get some inventory and get some initial sales going. Build up my collection because I had to sell out of my Magic collection years ago. I would say if you're wanting to try and maybe not necessarily have a full-time store or whatever, but at least trying to sell some cards on the side or something, or if you want to do a store, that you, unfortunately, unlike the YouTubers that say you don't need any money, they'll say you don't need money to start this Pokemon store, and then they'll show you a closet of $8,000 in product that they have just sitting that they've collected, and then they're like, oh, well, that doesn't count. I'm going to sell all my personal stuff. I'm like, no, that counts as money, bro. You very much need money to do this because you need to be able to get into the scale of buying cases to crack open or buy someone's collection. So I would say that you should plan on having at least $1,000 sitting aside for no reason other than to just look for a collection to buy. Just collections. Just $1,000 sitting there all the time that you're not going to ever do anything with. For when the garage sale pops up or whatever, some kid passed away, someone got divorced, whatever, and they're selling their collection, they moved to an apartment, I don't know. But then you can jump up in there and buy that collection, and that's when you're really going to get the money. Most of the time you buy a collection from someone, it's not a lot of money. I mean, if someone pieces out, it's a lot, but when someone just walks up and is like, hey, I want to sell this $100,000 collection that's in shoe boxes, you can get cards for pennies on the dollar, and that's where you can get some of that money from. I think that's Fifth Dawn. And I think I previously mentioned it, but I'm not trying to list every common and uncommon in that dollar figure. This is just what I can sell in a week for sure. Just some of these higher priced cards. I'm not counting these little lithographs I plan on selling one day. The full frame lands and stuff, uncommons. Either trying to hustle out some of those junkier rares, either just to try and sell them for a tad bit more as a cart roundup, or else to trade into a store for something that I can easily sell. So we'll work through this pile, and it will be worth a lot more money. I think I'll probably break even when it's all said and done, which is really only my goal. I wasn't really planning on, getting rich or making a ton of money off the boxes. I'm just trying to get into this store thing and get up my feedback. Look forward to getting my new logo done here soon so that I can actually have a little logo. The thing on the top of the channel isn't going to be permanent. It's just something that was a free thing I got for use type deal. But it is going to be pretty similar to that. And then, like I said, get a little thank you card that I can tuck into these mailings I do. That will one day lead someone to this YouTube channel, and also or a website so that they can contact me directly to purchase cards and hopefully save themselves some money, because I can offer it at a slightly lower price point than TCG Player, because I don't have to pay the fees and stuff like that, and we can have some kind of like discount scale, maybe like a shipping discount, stuff like that. So I mean, it would work out a lot better for folks. It's just becoming reputable as someone who, you know, is trustworthy and to order with, and isn't going to just, you know, take your money or whatever. So it takes time, which is something you have to pay for. It just takes time and money to build up that reputation to where people will trust to order from you. And then once they start ordering from you, they'll keep ordering from you, because as long as you have the inventory they're looking for, because why wouldn't you? Time Spiral. Some of these older uncommons and commons that they slipped in this set will bring a little value in there too. So I think overall I feel really good about this journey, and I do need to try to get, after these first couple sets, I do need to try to get partnered with a game store. I think this was worth money on that frame art. I think so. I don't know. Not much. It was like $5 or something, but I think it was worth money. So I'm looking forward to that, you know, then just buy a case of each new set or a couple cases, and then, you know, to get the new inventory, and hopefully I can open up a store that people could ship me bulk, and I can do the TCG buy list once I level up my store. Dude, that art is so cool. I love that a lot. I'll probably collect all those cartoon art ones. Okay. I'm going to be sad when this set is over and done with. It hasn't really been that great in the value department, but you know, it's got some really cute art things, which even this is probably worth more than a regular common and stuff. So I mean, like I said, you know, we can get some money out of this stuff and it'll be fine. It's just I might have to wait months, and those few $100s of the easily movable stuff is probably what's going to get sold first and build up the feedback when they're get some happy people that get cards that are as described and promptly shipped to them. I think that's a cool one too. I love that art. This one was a $13 card, so that's a good pack. I just only know that because it was in the last box. So I got at least $20 that I know for sure I can pop up on there, and it's a pretty decent value card. This one I think was like $8. Don't remember if that was anything. I don't know. This looks cool. It's a 1-drop rare. That might be worth something. You never know. I think this box is going to be a little better than those last two, which is really good. That builds up morale after you rip open a couple of dud boxes, and you know, it's like, oh, yay, why bother, you know? But I think this looks a little better, so hopefully we can get caught up a little bit. Probably like won't ever get back with the easily capturable value. We probably won't get above what we spent. I'm going to have to hustle the commons and uncommons and the bulk rare to get that would be where the profit, I would assume, would come from when you open up these, unless you'd have to open up a ton of these. I don't know what would be the magic number of cases to open. I've heard a couple of numbers. Someone said 36, someone said 18. But obviously that's $1,800. $3,000, $3,500, whatever, every new set that drops. But if you do end up running a online store for a while, that would probably not seem so bad. There was that one. Just got that one last set. I wasn't going to have a place of those anyways, but I got to sell them. That's probably the worst part of having a hobby, trying to turn a hobby into a business. I really like to have some of these cards, and it's a shame to get rid of them. The only thing I'm probably going to keep is like these. I'm going to make sure I have all these lithographs, and I'm going to probably post those, and I assume in a couple of years some newbie will come by and want to think they're neat and buy them. Or maybe somebody that wants to fill out their set. I don't know. But I'm sure that one day you could sell those too and get some money from them. The full frame's definitely, that's definitely something people will buy. I also have a couple really neat tokens that I've seen. Like the colorful cartoon beast token, for sure, is probably worth some money. S9 Antics. Oh, the Mythic Rare. That's a good start to get some value, but you look up a Mythic Rare and it's like 10 cents. It always sucks, But what can you do? There's a couple cards in here that look like they might be worth some kind of money, which is encouraging. Spellbook Vendor on top is definitely not encouraging. That's 10 cents. All right. Let's see what we got here real quick. Well, it doesn't need to be in there. This I haven't seen yet, so I don't know. That was junk. This was $6. Bloodman. Love the art. That wasn't worth anything. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. That wasn't worth anything. Don't know about that. Don't know about that. I wouldn't be surprised. This was like a $7, $8 card, something like that. That one I can't remember. This one for sure now. This one was 13. Don't know, but it's got cool art, so I think it's bonus points, right? At least a couple dollars for cool art. I don't know. Don't think that was worth anything. That was like $4 or something. I don't remember. But those lands weren't much. I don't think that was worth anything. I'll bring up the total, though. And polluted bonds. That might be worth something. That looks like that could get played in EDH, maybe. I don't know. There's another elusive otter. It's just a different art. That guy's junk. Oversold Cemetery. Junk. I don't know if it's the cartoon art or this guy in general, but I think he was worth some money. Junk. Don't know. It's like $1.60. Junk. Don't know about this one. These two are cool new ones that I haven't seen yet. Can't wait to see what those are worth. A Natural Growth, I think, was worth something. Talion was worth, I think it was like $8. I got another one in that art style. Don't even know what this card is, so that'll be cool to see. Thunderous Debut. The end isn't worth anything. Shared Animosity, don't know, but the cartoon art, some of them's worth money. We got it's probably a 70 cent. It's 40 cent non-foil. So like I said, everything does have a value. It's just how long you're willing to sit on the card to decide that value. So the only process that I haven't had off camera is I just put these in penny sleeves. and they're going to stay in there till they are sold to someone. My plan long term, when I have hundreds of thousands of cards, is to only keep rares and penny sleeves. If they're under $2, they're just always going to stay in the penny sleeve. The $2 and more, I've been putting in semi-rigids. So that's where that's going to stay. It'll probably get bumped up to $5, $10, etc. And then it'll probably just be like the $5 and stuff is going to just be in like a binder. But I don't really have the storage solutions. I would say that you really need to get bulk penny sleeves like right away. The only other thing that, like I said, I haven't been doing off camera is this. And then I go hit up the TCG, and the price for that dollar amount I'm displaying has been the TCG minimum price. So I mean, that's not really that exciting. I don't know if it's really fair to knock a box that hard, considering there is still some good value in these. Oops. There's still some good value in these bulk rares, but it's a lot harder to extract that value out of. Like, I'm going to have to be creative in my selling or go trade them to another player. So it's not going to be as easy as putting an $8 card online and, calling it a day. So that's the numbers. Just like this card's $13. Like, that'll probably, I don't know how popular it is. It's just $13. So, but I would assume the more money it is, the more popular it is, and the quicker it will sell. So, I mean, obviously the $13 card is not as prevalent as the 10-cent card. So, it'll sell probably a lot quicker, and then we can put that money towards something else. And then these 10-cent, obviously I'm gonna put like a floor price, but these like 10-cent, this is like a 20-cent land. They're going to come and trickle in here and there on the sales. People will, dang it, sorry, I keep bumping that. People will round up their carts and stuff, and that's when you'll really get that profit to come through, once they start doing that. But yeah, I'm going to probably call this one, because like I said, this is the end of this process. It's pack to glove to sleeve, and then it's going to be to a top loader in the mail. It might stay in a pop loader just in a collection or a binder, but it's never coming out of the penny sleeve, even the 10-cent rares. They're just always going to be there. I don't think I'd ever have the money to do commons like that, and that would be way too much time. I couldn't even imagine sleeving up 100,000 million commons. But this doesn't seem too unreasonable to do with the rares, because I feel like people will probably buy those over the commons. They'll still buy commons because everybody needs to round out a play set, but this kind of thing they'll definitely buy before they'll buy the commons. And we'll just, like I said, be able to point to this and say, hey, your card was never left out of something, and it's good to go for you. So, like I said, I'm going to cut this video off, and I'm going to be opening up the last and final box in the next video. We'll have the total for this. I have a good feeling about it. I'm hoping we'll be closer to the $100 mark this time. Maybe not, but I will catch you in the next one. And until then, always remember, be nice.